is one of these ones with several transformations going on. This circle is rotated anti-clockwise through pi by 3, then it's reflected in a line, and then finally it's dilated. So we've got three transformation matrices to find before we can find what's actually happened to this circle. So let's start them off. So the first one, we've got to have a rotation of pi by 3 anti-clockwise. So that as a matrix, that will be cos pi by 3 cos pi by 3 minus sine pi by 3 sine pi by 3. So that is going to be, cos of pi by 3 is a half, negative root 3 onto, well, that's a very ugly 3, and root 3 onto, and that's a much nicer looking one. Right, that's the rotation matrix. Then we've got a reflection in the line x plus y equals 0. So we've got x plus y equals 0. That's y equals negative x. And just want to find the angle that's of the line that's been reflected. So y equals negative x is this line here. So the angle measured from 0 round to there is 3 pi on 4. Okay, so this is the equation line y equals tan 3 pi on 4 x. So when we come to the reflection matrix, we have to have cosine of 2 times 3 pi by 4 and then minus cos 2 times 3 pi by 4 sine of 2 times 3 pi by 4 sine of 2 times 3 pi by 4. And that is 2 times 3 pi by 4 is 3 pi by 2. Okay, and 3 pi by 2 is down here. That's 3 pi by 2. Okay, so the cosines there will be 0, so that's going to be the same as 0, 0, and the sines there are negative 1. So that's our reflection matrix. We've done the rotation, we've done the reflection, and then finally we've got dilated by a factor of 2 in the direction of the y-axis. Okay, so the dilation one is 1, 0, 0, 2. That's pretty straightforward. Okay, there's our three matrices, and we have to do them in the right order and see what the overall transformation is. So I call it T for what the overall transformation is. The first one we do is half, half, negative. Okay, the first one we do is that. It's half, half, negative root 3 onto root 3 on 2. Just check I've written that down right. It's very easy to make mistakes with that. Half, half, yep, got that. Secondly, we do 0, negative 1, 0. And finally, we do 1, 0, 0, 2. We have to multiply those three to get the overall matrix. That's going to be the yes way. Maybe multiply these two first, because that's got all the halves, and I don't like the look of them. So these first two, that'll give me 0 and 0. That's simple enough, isn't it? And then we get negative 1. And we get 0 and 0. No, 0 and negative 2. And then we get 0 and 0. So there's those first two bits done. Don't forget that minus sign. There we go. And multiplying that, we get 0 times half is 0, and we get negative root 3 on 2. That'll give me nothing, and that'll give me negative a half. Negative 2 times a half gives me negative 1 and nothing. And then we've got negative 2 times negative root 3 on 2, that'll give me root 3, because the 2's will cancel out. Just be root 3 in there, and the 0 times that, so it's just going to be root 3. Okay, there is the transformation matrix. So now what we can say is we have, therefore, negative root 3 on 2, negative 1, negative a half, root 3 times our source will give us our image. And we know something now. What is it we know? I think we know the source. Do we know the source? We know the source is this. We've got to find the image. Okay. When you know the source, you have to rearrange this matrix so we get x, y. And then we'll do the substitution. So when we know the source, we have to do this. We have to multiply at the front by the inverse of that lot. So we've got because then if you do that at the front, the inverse times itself will just give you I, so you end up with just the xy. Here's the inverse of that. So let's just work out what that inverse is. It's 1 over. Right. This times this, that's going to be negative 3 on 2. Then you subtract that, so it's going to be negative. Those two will be positive, and multiply, you get 1 times a half with a half. Right. Then you swap the position of those two, so we get root 3 and negative root 3 on 2. Put these, change the minuses to plus. All that is multiplied by x dash y dash. And that equals negative 1 half, negative half is negative 2, so that's negative a half on the outside, times that. So we're going to get, this is all negative half, so we get negative root 3 on 2, negative a half, negative quarter, plus root 3 on 4. Okay, I'm just being careful, making sure I'm doing all that multiplying right. Again, it's very, very easy to mess up there. Right. Finally, we can say that, because that's what we have to start with, we can now say then that x is equal to negative root 3 on 2 x dash, negative 1 on 4 y dash, and y equals negative a half x dash plus root 3 on 4 y dash. Okay, I'm going to pause there and I'll do the second part just because this is a really long thing on a separate video.